Hey guys, welcome to your last tutorial in the Poppy Journal. In this one we're going to make the most of the ephemera and any scrap papers that we've got left over from making the journal to create tags, journaling cards, bits of ephemera for all those journal pockets. I'm starting with a piece of the lined paper that's been put on 120 GSM, so quite a good quality paper, but not cardstock. What I have here are scraps. And the first thing I'm going to do is cover the back of this striped paper so that we can make a small masterboard for cutting into tags and journaling cards to fit those pockets. I'll be using Mod Podge and a decoupage brush. Taking pieces, because this is edged with vintage photo, it will spread. Without thinking about it too much, overlap these pieces and cover the back of this paper, and if we've got enough spare pieces we'll do a second one. As you put it down, use a bit of the Mod Podge over the top as well, because that creates a protective coat. I ended up being able to do 2 sheets of A4 or US letter size with the masterboard and have cut it into various size tags or journaling cards. If you're happy with the card as it is, you could use that as your journaling card. It's already backed. You could cut it into a tag shape and edge it with ink. However, if you want to decorate them a bit more, I'm going to run through some ideas with you. This one, I think what would look nice is if we did something central on here, cut it into a tag shape and perhaps put some lace on it. I'm using my card with the corner chopped off to cut it into a tag shape. And to put that down, we'll use the Fabri-Tac glue. Actual ephemera from the kit that might fit that small poppy picture. Trying that on there, it doesn't really stand out, so I'm going to give it a green border frame. We can trim these bits off. Now I want to edge the card round the back. That's one journaling card done. Here we've got one that's quite busy already. I also have printed up some of the papers with a lower opacity. What I do is create a square using one of those. The faded picture, quite nice. I think it needs edging again. Probably make it into a tag shape, but let's get that down first. Let's try rounding the corners and doing it on quite a deep one. So that's 2. What's this one? That's more tag shape. Plain here. Take a piece of Russian dictionary and edge all the dictionary piece. Some napkin from before. Now we can put that on top of the masterboard. What I could do is get the Stabilo 8046, get it wet and run a border before it dries. Grunge it in. Okay, that's another one done. What you can also do is take a paper and fussy cut out the poppies. I've done that here because when I went to put the quote on, it didn't look much, but with behind the poppies behind the quote, that to me looks a lot better. On this one we have a lot of blanks, so this is more suitable perhaps for collage. I have a few pieces here, a poppy picture, a ticket, and a small stamp type picture. 3 pieces often make for a good collage combo. Odd numbers 3, 5, 7. put them down at different levels across the back, and I will edge them as well. I think this tag would be suitable for a piece of the ephemera from the kit, and I quite like that light border. I may not grunge this one and just pop it down as it is. Sorry guys, I've spent the last 30 minutes just blowing my nose solidly, so I think we can safely say I have a cold. I noticed my voice going yesterday when recording the first part of this video. Therefore, I've made up more tags off camera, and I'll talk you through some of the design ideas. This one I've just done a tag on a tag, and I've faded the picture into the background using that Stabilo pen. Underneath it, all you have is the Masterboard original tag. With these masterboards, I took some watercolour crayons over them to change the background colours to more greens. I tried using a gold stencil and didn't like it, so covered it up. An idea for basic ephemera, I've used cutouts of the poppies in the corner to give it the poppy vibe without changing that much about it. Stained it. Backed one of the ready-mades and stained it. The poppy idea again. Here with the library card, added a tear off of the napkin. More of the cut out poppies on the masterboard this time. Added a picture. One of the pieces of ephemera onto the masterboard background. That's the faded paper with some cutouts added to the background. The belly bound piece of ephemera. Another one of the pictures. And so you can see, you can get a variety, that one we discussed, of looks without deviating that much. I'm about to sneeze again. Oh my goodness. Complete experiment where I used the green watercolours, smudged them in, sprayed them with a bit of water, let that dry off, and then used the homemade texture paste, which is 3 parts baby powder, 2 parts glue, 1 part white gesso paint mixed together. If that's not thick enough, just add more baby powder, and a stencil, and smoothed it over the stencil. Remove the stencil, clean it straight away because texture paste will ruin your stencils. Left it to dry for a different kind of effect. As a bonus, I wanted to show you my favourite way to make hidden paper clips, which if you followed any of my videos you will have seen before. Take old book pages, do one book page on top of the other. What we will be doing is folding them in half, add the paper clip to the creased area. Around that paper clip we're going to cut the paper. To make the outer, take the other folded over pieces and we cut this one down to be bigger than the base. If you like rounded corners, you could do that now. Using the all-purpose glue onto the paper clip, place it in the centre and put any kind of weight on that while it dries. Here are the 3 different sizes of hidden paper clip. Because I have edged everything in the journal, I will be staining the edges. You can of course decorate these with collage, extra papers, whatever you choose to do. A quick way to collage them is to use napkin. Here's our journal completed. Have your large pocket. I've made sure there are plenty of writing pages in this journal, and you can see that although we seem to make a lot of tags, we actually needed that many for all the different pockets that were put in. The paper clips have now been attached. And there we are at the end. I hope you've enjoyed making this project. We do have the Facebook group that you can share it with, or tag me on Instagram or YouTube. It's Journaling with Jamie, and I look forward to seeing your makes.